SVG filters can make a website look expensive. Soft glows, grain, shadows, glass, ink bleed, sticker outlines, and distorted poster effects. But hand-coding filter primitives is painful. Today, I am using SVG Genie as an SVG filter generator to get clean, editable web effects from a prompt without memorizing F-Gaussian blur and friends. The problem with SVG filters is not power. The problem is friction. A designer asks for a subtle neon glow or a rough paper texture, and suddenly you are tuning blur radius, color matrix values, blend modes, offsets, opacity, and bounding boxes. One tiny change can break the whole look. SVG Genie gives you a faster starting point. Describe the effect you want, the object it should apply to, the mood, the color range, and the use case. Instead of starting from a blank filter block, you get an editable SVG direction you can inspect, simplify, and ship. The YouTube results for SVG Filter Generator are mostly lectures and crash courses. They explain what filters are, which is useful, but the gap is obvious. People searching this keyword do not only want theory. They want a practical way to create the effect and move on. SVG filters are worth learning because they stay resolution independent. A glow, shadow, texture, or distortion can scale with the artwork, live inside the SVG, work on the web, and remain editable source instead of becoming a flattened Photoshop. Export. Here is the prompt: editable SVG badge with a violet neon outer glow, subtle grain texture, clean vector paths, web-safe filter effect, transparent background, bold sass sticker. Style, no tiny fragile details. I am asking for both the graphic and the reusable effect language. In seconds, SVG Genie gives me several directions. One looks like a clean neon badge. One feels more printed and textured. One is simpler for UI. The important part is that I am not stuck with a flat PNG. I can keep the SVG source and tune the effect. The prompt matters. Say the effect first. Neon glow, soft drop shadow, paper grain, sticker outline, glass blur, ink bleed, duotone poster, or embossed edge. Then, say the constraint: lightweight, editable SVG, simple paths, transparent background, and safe for a website. You can use filters for a lot more than logos. Hero illustrations, product badges, social graphics, app icons, pricing cards, empty states, stickers, diagrams, and marketing graphics can all use the same idea: clean vector art. With a controlled effect layer, iteration is where this gets useful. Ask for less blur, stronger contrast, fewer colors, a one-color version, a more subtle texture, a mobile-safe version, or a version without filter dependencies. You can explore the effect family before you hand-polish the final asset. Compare that with a raster effect. A PNG glow can look good at one size, but it is hard to recolor, hard to animate, and annoying to reuse in code. An SVG effect can become source artwork, inline code, a React component, or a reusable design asset. For developers, the payoff is control. You can read the SVG, move the filter into defs, reuse it across icons, animate opacity, change colors with CSS variables, or simplify the primitives when performance matters. The generated version is a starting point, not a locked file. Keep SVG as the master file. Use inline SVG or React when the effect belongs in the interface, export PNG when a platform demands pixels, and keep a simplified no-filter fallback for tiny icons, emails, or places where filters are not worth the rendering cost. This is a tiny but sharp search gap. Data for SEO shows low competition, and the current YouTube results are mostly technical education. That leaves room for a faster workflow. Generate the visual effect, keep editable source, and ship the web graphic. You can try SVG Genie free with no credit card required. After that, credit packs start at $9 with no subscription to cancel. If you keep making web badges, glowing icons, textured graphics, or reusable brand effects, this is faster than opening a blank SVG file every time. So stop hand-coding SVG filters from scratch when a prompt can get you to the effect faster. Go to svgenie.com, use SVG Genie as your SVG filter generator, and create editable web effects you can actually inspect, tune, and ship.